Type of forces. The first one is the applied force. An applied force that is applied to the tennis ball by another object or by a person. Normal force. The normal force is the support force exerted upon the tennis ball that is in contact with another stable object. Friction force. The friction force is the force exerted by a surface as the tennis ball moves across it or make an effort to move across it. Tension force. Tension force that is transmitted through rope when it is pulled tight by forces acting at each end. Drag force. Drag force is a special type of frictional force that acts upon the tennis ball as it travels through the air. The force of air resistance always opposes the motion of the tennis ball. Spring force. The spring force is exerted by a spring when it compresses or extends to tennis ball attached to it. Gravitational force. The gravitational force is a force that attracts any object with mass. Now we're going to talk about mass. Mass is the quantity of matter in a body regardless of its volume. Unit of mass is kilogram. If the mass formula is m equal fg over little g. If the mass of the ball is 1.2 kilogram, its mass is going to be the same on Earth and on somewhere else.
Weight is the force exerted by the mass of the Earth. The unit is newtons. If the tennis ball was 12 newtons on Earth, it would be different on the moon due to the difference in gravity. Now we're going to talk about Newton's first law. That states that if an object is at rest, it will stay at rest, and if an object is in motion, it will stay at motion with the same speed in the same direction unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. For example, if a ball is kicked into space, it will keep going because there is no air resistance. Therefore, the net force is zero. Newton's second law says the acceleration of the object is produced by the net force that is directly proportional to the magnitude of the net force and inversely proportional to the mass of the object. For example, a ball is rolling with sandpaper. The acceleration is 8 newtons and the friction force is 29 newtons. Therefore, the overall will be 21 newtons. Lastly, Newton's third law says that every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. For example, the bat hits the ball to the right, and the reaction is the ball hits the bat to the left. Another example is that the earth pulls down on you and that you pull up on the earth.